live, go live.
Yeah. Should we go live or not? I don't know. What do you
He's
think?
muted.
Should we wait? Just wait a while, man.
He's muted.
He's muted.
I just had to mute the.
We're not live yet, though.
You say so.
I don't know. Do we really want to go live today? I don't know.
No, let's cancel it.
It's canceled. Should we go live and tell them it's canceled? Tech more on Tuesday, man.
Let's pretend that we canceled the show.
Let's just pretend that we're live.
And then, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Cancel the show.
What do I do it? Hey, everybody. This is Johnny Beane. It's 5:20 p.m. May 28th, 2019. And we're pretending that we're live.
We're pretending we're not live.
We're pretending that we're not live. So let's pretend.
And now we are.
John.
Hold on.
Can you hear me?
What's that? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
Hi, everybody.
Hey. Hey, man.
Awesome.
Wow. What a day.
You know, Tuesday is Tech More on Tuesday, but if it was on a certain street, it would be Boner Boulevard.
Oh, absolutely.
Tech More on Tuesday from Boner Boulevard.
Live from Boner Boulevard.
Sean,
Yeah.
Dave, you there?
Hi.
I'm here.
Okay.
Yeah, I hear everyone.
He's coming in hot.
Yes.
Coming in hot. Wait, Brendan Buttcheeks is saying my connection is great.
Yeah, it's got to be Google Chrome. It's got to be,
Is that
Chrome is better.
Is that what's helping me today?
Probably.
Yeah.
Wow.
You look in sync to me.
What?
Think?
Watch it. Yeah.
Justin Timberlake?
Bye. Was that in sync? That was in sync, right?
I don't know. I don't know which one it was.
They're all the same.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. Hi, gang.
Hey. Oh, so we are live. Okay.
Oh!
I guess we're actually here.
Tessie Switch, John BL50. Hey, everybody. Shauna. Joe Harvey 84, my fellow Jews. There you go. Chava, Nagila Chava.
Hey, everybody. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe. There we go. Gotta say
Speaking
it.
of Tessie Switch,
There you go.
wearing an awesome shirt.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of Tessie Switch, there you go. The one right there.
Ooh.
Looking good.
Nice little blue one.
Very nice. Yeah. Welcome.
Cook us some food.
What?
Sean is saying she's got to cook, but she'll still be listening. I'm saying, hey, cook us some food.
Oh, sounds good. Sounds good to me. I had some Wolfgang Puck. What do you call it? Tortilla soup or whatever. It was kind of weird.
Where'd you get that?
Whole Foods.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's great with tortilla soup?
Sriracha.
Doritos.
Yes.
Yes.
That goes good with everything.
Yeah, Doritos do go good with anything, yeah.
Doritos does no wrong.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes, welcome everybody. We got David Nesdahl in the house.
Hello, hello.
He's waving. Jay Hannon.
I'm waving too.
Yeah. And Jonathan Mancuda.
I'm waving too. Yay!
Yeah. A lot of waving.
We're like windmills.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Wow. We're having all sorts of. You were having your connection issues. I'm having lighting, problems over here.
Johnny, every time I see you, you have less beard.
Mm-hmm.
What's gonna happen next? I'm gonna sign on. Your nose is gonna be missing.
Actually, I have more beard now than I have. The past. Well, I was totally clean shaven last week.
I don't know. I wasn't here last week.
I had the goatee right before that.
Hey, speaking of which, I want to let everyone in the audience know, you know, when I'm not here on the show, I don't get paid.
Or laid.
Huh?
Or laid. You don't get paid or laid.
I definitely don't get paid or laid.
I didn't see you on the show this week, John. Sorry.
Yeah, no, my girlfriend's just looking at me like, you're not as attractive as you were last week on the show, you know? And then she started dialing House Sparks. I don't know.
so
I said, what the hell?
So now you're going to have to start paying Johnny to be on the show.
Yeah, that's my new thing. But yeah, no, I don't get paid when I'm not on. Wild, right?
Tisk. Matthew Stewart asks, Dave Nesdall, how do I prevent a ground loop? How do I prevent a ground loop with a wet, dry, wet setup? I don't know. I'm sorry.
In the pool?
I really don't know because I haven't dealt with it myself, so I don't know what to tell you. I maybe get a Furman with ground on it, you know, a ground switch, a Furman power supply, maybe.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
That's probably your best bet is get a Furman power supply. Yeah. I wish I had a better answer for you, but that's probably it.
That's it. Are we good?
Yeah.
We answered a question. That's. I was going to ask him. Is he getting the ground? Is the grounding issues? Is it like everywhere? I can't talk.
Started again.
Oh, I've got this super bright. Can you guys see how bright this light is?
You finally can see your face. Just leave it.
You can see how bright. I've got this super bright camera right in front of me. It's insane. Not camera.
Like that scene from Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah.
The spaceship opens up and there's Johnny with the light.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say when he stops at when the truck dies at that stop sign
at the train tracks.
And then he's instantly just half his face is sunburned.
Yeah, or you're Captain Picard on Star Trek Next Generation. How many lights do you see, Johnny? Oh, I see 3 lights. You Trekkies will love that joke. Anyone else will be like, "What the fuck?"
Mm-hmm. I thought it was still funny.
Yeah. Well, you watch Star Trek.
No, I don't. That's Nesdall, and he wasn't laughing at all.
Dave never laughs.
That's because I don't think anything is funny or anybody is funny.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say though to the guy asking about the grounding situation, is it always like that?
No, it's Matthew Stewart, and he says he has a Boss PS6, and only when both amps are plugged into it, he gets a ground loop noise. I would throw away your PS6 and get an Eventide. Just kidding.
Your gear is junk. You heard him.
Man, yeah, because you and Rob, you guys were all talking up those PS6s.
I have a PS6, but I have an Eventide as well. I'm lucky that I don't have a ground loop because the electric in my house actually sucks. So I don't understand. I don't know. If I had to deal with it myself, I would have a better answer, but I haven't had to deal with it. Taylor Petrie, how does your Buddy Guy Strat play? It's not a Buddy Guy Strat, and it plays great.
Dave's angry now. He's like,
I'm not angry. Stop.
Buddy Guy. It's not a Buddy Guy Strat.
It's not. It just so happens that it has polka dots on it, which Charvel came out with before Buddy Guy did.
I'm not angry. I'm just mad.
Yeah. You know what? You want a wet dry setup? Go play your guitar in the bathtub. Plug it in, step in the bathtub, and light up, motherfucker.
Oh, God. You guys portray me to be this asshole that I'm not.
I don't portray it to be nothing.
I love you, man. You're a good-hearted guy. It's just sometimes
Jesus.
people.
I'm sorry. I've got a cop face.
Cock
What face?
What?
Yeah, cop. COP. Police.
Oh.
Holy.
No.
Oh, that was just absolutely gross. What's wrong with you?
Cock face.
Oh, what was that?
Spit up all over. Jim Nicholas, yeah, cop, as in police.
Officer.
You know, quite frankly, you all can go fuck yourselves. All of you.
I'm happy to be back this week, man. I missed you guys.
This is crazy. Oh, gosh.
So what do we got going on tonight, fellas?
Trying to help the guy out, and everyone's like,
No, look,
so
you're more
mad. He's so
confident
mad.
than me.
He's so mad. Shut up.
Johnny, what's that telly behind you? That looks cool.
Oh, it is cool, man. It's man, where's the light?
On your face.
I know.
You're
It's on
glowing
the
in
face.
the dark. I think you're a cereal prize.
Yeah, why don't you turn the lights on in the room?
It's the window. It's the way it's that time of year where the sun comes through the window and the light in here is just the worst.
Would the Death Star just blow up in the backyard?
I think so. Yeah. But no, this is my 1996 Japanese Fender Tele Custom 1972 reissue.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Brendan
Yeah.
Buttcheeks, I missed you guys too. Thank you.
We told him to say that. We went on a little earlier, and Johnny was like, "Hey, everybody, make John feel really welcome tonight."
Make him feel welcome because the House Sparks contract isn't gone through yet. So until we get that on paper firmed up, we got to hold on to Mancuda at least another show.
Well, John, how close are you actually to Hal?
We're buddies to the end, you might say.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm saying is how far do you live from him?
He's out here, right? He's out in LA.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say because nobody's heard from him since. So I'm trying to think if maybe you paid a visit.
Well, I hope he comes back soon. If you find the body.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Brian Davies, what is it that you don't like about the show this week?
It's probably me. It's probably me, and that's fine.
Jesus.
5150.
He writes, just in case no one read this, he writes, this show, when you think it can't reach a new low. You know?
You go ahead and totally redeem yourselves.
Yeah, I pride myself on bringing a new low to the show. So, thank you, Music Therapy Laz. Thank you, everybody who's saying welcome back. I appreciate it. I missed you all, too, really. And someone asked about hints on tonight's guitar show and tell. I promised a couple of people that because I missed last week, I would bring in 2 guitars this week. And I lied. No, I did bring in 2 guitars this week. And for a little hint, they are both from the same artist. Ooh. And you're going to dig it because they're both celebrity guitars. So really cool show and tell later tonight in the show.
Yes, and I'm going to be talking about 2 guitars tonight, too.
4 guitars.
4 guitars.
Nice.
Wow. Awesome.
So fuck off, Davies. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Brian.
Oh my gosh.
We love you, Brian Davies. We love you, man. You're family. You're all family. This is like that Thanksgiving, dinner where you're all drunk and it's great.
Not everybody can like us. It just doesn't happen like that. That's the one thing before we get to guitars, and I know we've been rambling for 15 minutes, but the one thing that drives me nuts is when these people, whether they're celebrities or just people that have a semi-successful, whether it be a podcast or they're a cosplayer, whatever it is, or an internet show, and they get angry when people either tell them they suck, they put bad comments, and it's like, listen, if you put yourself out there, not everyone is going to like you. You're going to have a bunch of people saying you suck. It comes with the territory.
That's
and
right.
who cares?
You know what, though? I'd rather have people hate my guts and tune into the show just to see what we say next than, talk from a corner and never watch us.
Right.
As long as you're here, we're happy to have you.
Pete Caruch is here. Hey, Pete.
Pete?
My buddy Pete. Our buddy Pete. His birthday's coming up very soon.
Love birthdays. Thoughts on the episode 9 trailer? Taylor Petrie wants to know. Star Wars geeking out. Okay, I'll play. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. I'm so happy that Lando Calrissian is back because I've been waiting forever for Billy D. Williams to come back to that role. That every other thing I know is going to suck about the new Star Wars movie gets a pass.
Yeah, but they're going to kill him off, just like they did Solo.
Well, what they should do is they should put a can of Colt 45 on the dashboard of the Millennium Falcon when he's flying it. That would be the best. When they remastered the original 3, 4, 5, and 6, the scene where he leaves in the Millennium Falcon, I was like, how funny would it have been if they put a can of
Well, they're going to have the same set decorators as on Game of Thrones, so they'll actually have a can of Colt 45 on the dashboard.
Speaking of trailers, did anybody see that hunk of junk trailer for the new Terminator movie? Oh,
the Sperminator?
don't get me started.
There's like a second of Arnold. That's
Don't
probably
get
all
you
you'll see in the
started,
movie.
but you started it.
No, it's just, I know it's only a teaser trailer, but the CG, all the special effects look like, my buddy who does home movies, it looks like he did it. And just, James Cameron's back, so hopefully it helps, and it's just a teaser, so hopefully maybe they're like, oh, we didn't show too much, and it's going to be good.
And Linda Hamilton.
Yeah, Linda Hamilton's back. But who knows, man? They try to revisit these movies so often now, and it's hard to make a good one. It's fun, especially when the first two were so great. You always expect that, and you always compare it to that. Same thing with music. A new Van Halen album comes out, and you're comparing it to Fair Warning, and it's like, it's not fair. Fair Warning.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff you can't compare.
Yeah.
That's right. A Van Halen record with Gary Sharon on it comes out, and you can't compare it to the other two.
That's right.
Speaking of Sharon, Taylor Petrie says if Terminator Dark Fate was an album, it would be Van Halen 3.
There you go.
I don't know. I mean, look, I'm going to give all of them a chance. I love going to the movies over the summer. But yeah, I expect, Star Wars to have like a big screw me factor. Same with Terminator. The new Godzilla looks good. You guys see that?
No. I did not.
Well, I'm alone in that. You guys in the chat see the new Godzilla trailer?
Well, you know what I think a lot of the problem is with a lot of these movies nowadays is, you're watching a movie and the first 40 minutes are great. And then all of a sudden, like, they hit you with a plot twist or something. And sometimes it's so stupid. You're like, what were they thinking? And I think that's part of the problem where these, directors or writers, like, we need something to really get crazy here instead of just keeping it cool, keeping it safe. And they just go off the wall and it's like, oh, you just ruined the movie.
The worst is actually when they leave an open-ended ending for you to interpret what the ending is, what happened. Yeah. It's like my girlfriend's like, oh, I think that was a great ending. No, it lets the audience finish it. It's like, no. I paid a writer to write a story and film a movie. That's what this ticket is for. I don't want to work in the movies. I want to play cut a hole in the popcorn bucket and drum out, you know.
You want extra butter, baby?
Oh my gosh.
Hot butter.
Wow. Yeah, I didn't see the trailer for Terminator. I don't know. The new Star Wars, I saw the trailer and it looked cool when Lando, showed up. But the last several Star Wars movies just haven't done anything for me, I'll see them because it's Star Wars, but it's
what was the prequel to Star Rogue One was good.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was good. I saw it twice in the theater. I thought it was good. I saw it on TV on what do you call it? Netflix, and I'm like, nah. I don't know.
Nah. The Johnny Beane review of the movie. Nah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, when Dave gets back, we'll see his the guitar that he's been holding.
That blue one. That looks badass.
Yep.
Good looking Tessie switch on there.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool.
Is that right, Anthony? Billy D. Williams is 82 years old? Really?
Oh, at least.
Wow. 82. Holy hell.
You think he's still drinking Colt 45?
Oh, and smacking bitches up. Are you kidding? That guy, the original OG, is like, mahogany. I said, woman, where are you at, woman?
Oh my gosh.
Nah, he's badass. I love Billy D. Williams, man. I'm really jazzed about that.
Todd Soda Pop asks, 7/8. How do you hang your headless? If I had it, maybe I would know.
Good point. Well, I guess like those bottom racks, right? With you put them on the side, like 2 bottom hooks and a neck hook, right?
Yeah, they sell those. I know Fleetwater carries those. I guess if I had one and I was going to keep it, I would probably get one of those, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But
I mean, that's when they had them at NAMM.
Did they?
Yeah, it was like kind of displayed like this fleshlight.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of 2 hooks down here and a neck hook up here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only way you can really do it.
Yeah. Actually, that's how most of their guitars at that booth are all displayed, all sideways.
Yeah, some good-looking stuff. Dave, we want to see that blue guitar.
You do?
We do.
All right. I've shown this guitar before, but I just did some work to it today. I had a Floyd Rose on it. I had an original Floyd Rose on it that had some problems. A couple of the saddles were broken, and even though you couldn't see that they were broken, there were no cracks in it. The D and the G strings were dead, and it was at the saddle. So, and I don't have any extra saddles, and I didn't want to wait to, I already ordered some saddles, but I wanted to put the guitar back together. So I put the EVH Floyd Rose trem that was on the USA Sunburst that I have. I put that on here, and I put some new nut clamps on it because I had some crappy ones on it. And set the guitar up, and it's what a great little guitar. It sounds great, feels great, stays in tune.
Is that one of those light up Tessie switches?
No. You know what? I bet it is. I just never have it hooked up for light. It's the Van Halen one, but in blue. But I bet you can make it light up.
Looks nice.
Thank you. Yeah, blue on blue.
The blue and chrome is gorgeous.
Yep. And for those of you who want to know what neck this is on this standard, it is it's a replica neck made by Musicraft. Now, if you want to get a neck like this, you can, except it's not going to have this cutout up here. It's just going to be a slab that you have to actually cut yourself, and it's not going to be painted. This was painted aftermarket. This was painted by a buddy of mine. So with the Wolfgang decal and all that stuff. So you're going to get a blank piece of wood, and it'll look like more like the PV Wolfgang. You'll have to make this cutout yourself. You'll have to do that yourself. But they'll make it for you just like this, the neck part, which is ebony with the real inlays. And it's the Wolfgang feeling neck.
Feels just like Wolfgang.
Bozique, yes. The only hardware that's original on this are the pickups. And the switch. The three-way switch is original as well. But everything else is either aftermarket or, from other guitars. I even changed the electronics. I put CTS pots in. I have a brass block on there and a trem stopper. I have Schaller tuning pegs, 3 aside.
Wow.
And yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, it's a cool guitar, cool little guitar.
And a detuner.
And a detuner, yes. And what I did was I also took the claw off the the fingers out of the back to make the bridge go lower, into the body. Super low action. The detuner flies out freely, which there you go, nice and free. Into.
Yeah.
What pickups are in that again?
They're EVH Wolfgang pickups.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. Anthony, I saw that, Anthony.
Saw what?
The YouTube video of David Lee Roth surprising some fans.
Yeah.
I don't think they knew who he was.
No, I was about to say that.
Like,
Hi,
who's
David
that?
Lee Roth. You guys had some Van Halen playing. I figured I'd come by and say how. Like they were like,
It was probably just on the radio. They probably didn't even know that was Van Halen
yeah,
because they were acting like who's this dude?
yeah.
Hey, Shecky, the bar mitzvah's up the hall.
And then my favorite part of the whole video is when he tells, I'm assuming one of his assistants or something, the woman to knock, and then she keeps knocking, and then he like moves her hand out of it, like get out of the way. When they open the door, they want to see me, not you. It was just so funny. I had to rewind it a couple times, man. Like that was so funny.
You know you've arrived when you have a knocking assistant. Someone to knock for you so your knuckles don't get bruised.
Yeah, Mike Heath wants to know what this switch is. It's not a light switch. It's a stutter switch, or we won't say what it really is on.
Oh,
here,
you can say it.
Oh, it's a kill switch.
You already said the F word.
Oh, okay. Well, it's a kill switch made by Tessie Switch. So that's what that is. Jim Nicholas asks if all my Floyds have big blocks on them. I'd say about 90% of them have big blocks. I keep the originals on a few of them. If I don't think it needs it, I keep it original. Actually, Michael Collins says that most of my Floyds have detuners on them. Not true. I have more Floyds without detuners than I do with.
Mm-hmm.
But your EVH guitars.
My EVH, well, not all EVH guitars. Like my Wolfgangs, yes, they all have detuners on them. But not every Kramer has a detuner on it. I think 1 or 2 have detuners on it, and that's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, unless those guitars now had detuners on them, Dave's would have detuners on them.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. My Frankie has a detuner on it because there's one on the original now.
Mike,
A couple of the Kramers. What's that?
The original Frankie has a detuner on it now?
I believe it does. Yeah.
Wow. I did not know that.
Does it?
Mike Heath wants to know, did it come with the kill switch?
No, I put that in.
Craig. Does the Frankie have a detune on it now? Because I know you just saw it. He was.
I'm almost positive it did. Maybe it doesn't, but mine does.
Mm-hmm.
Peter
Who's been telling jokes about
Carruccio.
me? No, you didn't. Maybe I didn't.
Try that Jedi mind trick shit on him. Peter Carruccio. Peter Carruccio says, Dave, bring that axe on the 22nd. What do you got going on?
There's so many things. It's his birthday. It's a birthday bash at his house. He has it every year.
Nice. Is that his gift?
No. His gift is me eating his food.
Oh, man. Dave.
What?
Michael Collins asks, can you kill a kill switch? Do you know what my response wants to be so bad? Ask a certain guitar company.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I'll say it.
What?
I'd say, and I'm going to say it. I'm sorry. I'm going to say it. Why don't you call Kiesel and ask him how many kill switches they killed on one guitar?
And
Can
who
you
said that?
elaborate on this?
David Nesdall just said that?
Yeah, I don't care. I'm never going to buy a guitar from them. I don't care. The hell do I care?
Now he's mad. See, now he's mad again.
I'm not mad. I'm mad for somebody, but I'm not mad.
Shout out to Kiesel.
Oh, man. I'll be right back.
What's that?
He's
I'll be
ordering
right
a
back.
Kiesel right now.
Wow.
Jim Nicholas says, say it. Anticipation. Rocky Horror.
Mad Nesdall. Boner Jams. Thank you, man. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Boner Jams. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Looking delicious tonight. Jay. Oh.
He missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, I heard that. My ears perked up.
He just
I thought
left.
Something else.
There's a
Tessie
boner
switch.
for you, Jay.
Tessie Switch says if you want tips on how not to kill the kill switch, just ask him.
Did we mention that Tessie Switch makes amazing kill switches that are friends of the show? Did we mention that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sam?
I got one right here. Right there. There it is. I can't wait to install this into a guitar.
I say we install that in Mancuda.
Ha. But then I can
Oh, wow. So, hey, Tessie Switch. There it is.
We love Tessie Switch. I got Tessie Switch looking into something custom for me.
Oh,
cool. He's looking into seeing if he could do something special. And I have faith in him because they do a lot of custom stuff. So I have a lot of faith. Looking forward to that, man.
Awesome.
And thank you, Keith. Thank you, Keith Michael. Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah.
Tessie said he'll send us 2 switches to put in your neck. You'll look like Frankenstein.
Yeah, but I'll be symmetrical, which will actually work.
Man.
Boner Jams, I'm always rocking pink, brother. That's my color.
Yeah, man. Every time I see something pink, I think of you.
Zounds. Isn't your wife happy about that?
Sue Parsons, no, I didn't sell any guitars. The wall is less full because I've got 7 guitars right here, actually 8 guitars right here on a stand in front of me. And the ones that are empty over here, my front door usually hits into at least 2 of them, so I'm keeping them empty on purpose. And the one that sits here, I'll be talking about a little later.
Taylor Petrie, I have wanted to play Dr. Frankenfurter in a Rocky Horror production forever. Believe me, I would kill that.
Do they have showings of the movie near you? Like at midnight, like
Midnight Madness,
yeah.
like they used to do when we were wee little eggs. I don't know, man. We got to look that up. I loved Rocky Horror, man. That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Curry killed it.
Up here in Berkeley, California, at the UC Theater. Was it the UC? I think.
The what?
They used to have showings like every Saturday night at midnight, and they'd have like live people on stage, you know, singing and dancing and.
Yeah, you dress up, you bring all your props. Have you, Dave, Jay? Have you guys been to Rocky Horror? You must have, right?
I
No.
don't like that.
Wait, what'd you say, Jay?
I don't like that. That guy creeps me out, man. Every time I see that anticipation part, it makes me like lose an inch in my pants.
Yeah, I'm not into Rocky Horror at all.
No, I can't do that stuff. No, Dave, not at all. Not at all.
I don't know. Johnny, is it you and me?
Yeah, we should go, man.
We should. That's a fun time, man. It's just that audience participation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a lot of fun.
Audience participation.
Dude, I'd rock Sweet Transvestite, man. That's my song. From that show.
Where's the puke button on here? I don't have one.
Yeah, I don't have one on here either.
Oh. So Dave, why did you decide to fix up the Blue Wolfgang today? What was?
Well, I picked it up. I played it the other day and a couple days ago, and I was just messing around with it, and I did one of these things, and it really did this. No sound came out of it. I was like, what the hell? What's going on?
Wouldn't Sam help?
So I
his exact words.
No, it was literally that. So I figured out where the malfunction was because I held the back of it tight and did the same thing, and it stopped. So it's definitely coming from these saddles.
Hello.
And
can you answer that?
No.
That's the owner of Kessel. He's really bad.
No, I'll tell you why. Because I'm not the original owner of the number that's on that, and it's some Hispanic.
Well, who is? Nobody is the original owner of any phone number.
Whoever owned it last had never paid their bills for anything. So I get all.
You tell them, right? Yo, they don't live here anymore.
Is Dave your actual first name?
Yes.
Listen, Bubala, we're here for the money. We came 2 weeks ago. You pulled out a gun and we got more boys. We're outside. Bring out the money, yo, Nestor.
The gas man. How do they know I have gas?
John Style has a great question. He says, hypothetical question. If you received a highly documented artist-owned rare guitar that has Floyd posts that are leaning, would you repair the posts or leave it alone? Now, honestly, my honest answer is, do you want to play the guitar or do you want to just keep it as a collectible? Because if you're keeping it as a collectible, you'll leave it alone. If you want to actually play the guitar and say it is what it is and it's all cool, and once you sell it at one point, you don't get as much money, then fix them. That's just as easy as it is.
Yeah, I'm with you on
Mm-hmm.
that.
I usually, when I get like a celebrity guitar, which I got a bunch of, when I get one that has like some mods that are like making it unplayable, I'll fix the mods. And if I have to save the original parts, I'll do that so I can, go, put it back if need be. But I want to play it,
But the problem he's having is that, he hypothetically has
his celebrity-owned guitar.
The posts that the Floyd Rose sits on are leaning. So that means that either the body is cracked somewhere or the holes are too big. So they would have to be redoweled and re-drilled, which it doesn't make it as original as it was. it's not like you're saving an old part. You're fixing the part that's already there. I mean, you're doing something to the. Listen, like I said, if you want it as a collectible guitar, leave it as it is. If you want to play the guitar, fix it. That's really that's the easiest answer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like repairing, one of Kurt Cobain's, smashed guitars,
Yeah, if it's Jimi Hendrix's guitar, don't touch it. If it's like, something Paul Stanley threw out after smashing it, and he does it like every night, yeah, fix it. I mean,
yeah. Yeah, it really depends on how collectible and who. If it was the Frankenstein, which it isn't, but if it was, and it had broken posts, I would leave it the way it is.
And you could do like locking studs. Sometimes can help out with that. Depends.
Mm-hmm.
So there it is.
Yeah, and leave a thumbs up. Mm-hmm.
Only if you like or don't like us.
So now that you asked the question, what is this hypothetical guitar?
Yeah, I want to know what it is.
And who's the celebrity that owned it? Unless it's stolen.
Yeah. Then tell us off the air and I'll buy it. No.
I thought it was Johnny Sins, not Johnny Style. Sorry. Is that nobody?
Jimmy Carr, what's up?
I only know that name because you get lost on YouTube once in a while, and next thing you know, yeah, I've heard that name, but I don't watch them.
No, never seen them before in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So John, I showed off a guitar. It's your turn. You show one, and I'll talk about another one.
Excuse me while I whips this out. Tade K Soda Pop wants me to sing Love Gun like Paul. You mean you want me to use a background recording and lip sync it? Yeah, I'll get that going. Okay, I'll break out my guitar first of two today.
Oh, Michael Collins, that's pretty funny. What about a Court guitar, Gene Simmons bass with concert ball sweat? You leave it. You don't fix nothing.
Yeah, Gene Simmons ball sweat is very hot commodity. Someday you'll clone his balls from that, so don't wipe it.
Yeah.
Mike Heath says the guy who owns the phone owns the guitar. I don't really understand that, but okay.
The phone, when your phone is ringing, the original owner of the, I don't know what he's saying either.
Yeah, quit while you're behind.
I don't know.
That dog says I'm one drink away. Away from what? Oh, singing. Stick around.
Stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Okay, so celebrity guitar number 1 of 2 tonight. Who here likes Vivian Campbell?
Gotta love Vivian.
Gotta love Vivian Campbell.
Mm-hmm.
Dio, Whitesnake, just a whole bunch of stuff. And what was the other band he was in after Whitesnake? Not Def Leppard, but before that, he was in something between.
I don't know.
Jay, Johnny.
Who is he?
Somebody's got to know. Hoop.
Yeah. See, that's why you asked.
Thank you, Sean Mahoney.
There you go. Yeah, you asked the chat. The chat always knows.
Mahoney
knows. Sean Mahoney. Thank you. River Dogs. So
okay,
anyway,
I remember them.
Huge Vivian Campbell fan. I approached him at NAMM one year. I said, dude, I really want to buy one of your guitars. And he basically said he just doesn't like selling them and blah, blah, blah. But he did basically say, look, there were certain guitars that, did get away from me over the years. And, you could search those out, yada, yada. So going back right before the Whitesnake videos, right before Still the Night, Vivian played a guitar at one of the shows called a Rand. Rand was a boutique brand that just had a lot of unique features on it. 27 frets, a swan pointed headstock, a really fast action neck, and really unique paint jobs. And he tried one of the prototypes of it, and he loved it. And he said, I got to buy this guitar. I just joined Whitesnake. I'm going to do a big video. Let me buy this guitar. They said, no, but you know, there's another one out that you can use, and this guy has it. So he called up this friend of Rand and said, can I get this guitar from you to use in the Whitesnake Still the Night video? And he gave it to him. And that is tonight's first guitar. Vivian Campbell's prototype Rand from the Still the Night video.
Holy cat! I know. I remember that guitar. That's very
Everyone
cool.
wanted to know what it was, and no one knew because look at the frets on that thing. No markers, 27 frets, kind of that hammer kind of angle.
Yeah, I remember that guitar.
Wow, man.
It's kind of a red, light red and cream.
I can see it in my head right now. I can see it, you know, in the video right there. Yeah.
Look at
Wow,
the head. That thing's like a swan. I mean, it's just like so pointy and thin.
Man.
Markers neck through. And again, this is one of the prototypes that were made before Rand made in production. They only made like less than 200 Rands, but this was like one of the first few prototypes they made. And Vivian was just dying to use this in that video. Get the headstock.
That's crazy. I'm going to watch that video after the show.
Oh, look at that.
There we go.
So what video was that in?
Still the Night.
Whitesnake, Still of the Night. Really cool solo.
How many frets does that have?
27. Yeah, Johnny, you should watch the show.
I know. Sorry, I really had to use the bathroom, so I missed the beginning.
These color combo paint jobs Rand did in the production ones too. They just kind of always did like 2 or 3 colors. And Vivian had another one of these, a different one in the Is This Love video. If you watch it, in this Is This Love video, he played an orange and yellow one, very similar to this, another prototype. But this one from the Whitesnake Still the Night video, Vivian Campbell's prototype Rand. And I forgot the name of this humbucker. Someone in the chat probably knows. It's that weird split hole.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
Is that a DiMarzio?
It's a Duncan.
Oh, it's a Duncan.
That's a Seymour Duncan. I remember the ads for those. John BL, what humbucker is that?
Isn't that a Floyd Rose thing? It's called Floyd something.
It's like a Trembucker something, I think.
I forgot what it's called though.
R2 R3 says Trembucker.
Is that it?
I remember that's the style. That's a style of pickup, but
yeah, Michael Collins. It wasn't a Night Swan in the video. This is what it was. This very specific guitar.
Yeah, Tessie says it's a Duncan Trembucker. That's what it's called.
Trembucker. That is it. Yeah. And yeah, Showman Blues. There is a purple one on Reverb right now. That's a production one. This is one of the prototypes. They made, I think, like if I remember, like 8 prototypes, 7 or 8 prototypes. Or no, maybe it was 5 prototypes before they actually went into production for them. And even in production, I think it was like 185 they made in total.
Still in the Night.
Very cool.
Let me.
I'll be right back.
Actually, I'm gonna look for it on my phone. I'll show you. Maybe I can show you a screenshot.
Of the Still the Night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll mute my
Okay.
microphone, Johnny, in case it starts playing.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
yeah, Showman Blues, it does play really nice. The necks are great. The only thing I don't like about it personally, I love fret markers. When a guitar doesn't have fret markers, it like drives me nuts looking at the top dots. So, and yeah, it's missing an Allen screw.
Mm-hmm. So that kind of goes back to the do you replace parts on a guitar?
Yeah, because I want to play it. I play my guitars, so yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Paul Fuchs. Thank you,
Paul.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, I looked it up. That's a blues Serencino trumbucker.
That's it. Let's see. Does it? Now I don't know if that's the original pickup Vivian had in it, or if it got switched out later, through owners.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Well, you don't have a back cavity on the control there. You can actually look and see what the soldering looks like.
Let's see.
You can see if it looks like it was replaced.
Does it have a switch? It looks like it has the middle pickup and bridge wired together, unless it's a push-pull pot. There's a basically this mini is the flip switch, because he took out the other I guess there were other mini switches, or this was the regular regular pickup selector. So he switched it to this mini. Is what he preferred. And then just, all business, one volume, and, that's basically it. 3-way on the mini. Original Floyd Rose.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Tessie Switch says, looks like it's already got a couple of holes for you to install, Tessie Switch. Not on my celebrity guitars, brother, but I got a guitar for a Tessie Switch.
Wait, hold on. Here you go.
Yeah, back it up a little bit more. Right there. There you go. That's the guitar.
I'm trying to decide whether I would take the guitar or Tawny Kitaen from this video.
The guitar is better.
I got a hint for you, Jay. You're married.
She'd probably be okay with this.
And Johnny Style, like I said, you said Vivian never owned the guitar, was only used for the video. Yeah, he borrowed it. This one he borrowed. The Is This Love guitar he owned. So,
yeah, and it was used in a video by the guy. Who cares?
Yeah.
Beanie, would you be okay if if you brought her home?
Yeah, but
Not me.
Is This Love?
I'm not bringing anybody home.
Me neither. Yeah, but back to Johnny Style. Yeah, Johnny. So this is what he borrowed for the video. Use this, and then the first one he ordered that came through was the one he played in the Is This Love video. So the orange and yellow one is the first one he owned. This is the first one he used in Whitesnake video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Oh yeah, Brendan Buttcheeks, not her now. No, I'm talking 1987.
Jim Nicholas says both her and the guitar have 2 holes.
And Vista Light says the guitar lasts longer. Well, both will last longer than me. So
The guitar will nag you less than Tawny. So that's guitar number 1, celebrity guitar number 1. Vivian Campbell, Whitesnake, Still the Night, Rand Prototype.
yeah.
What the hell is that?
That's Tawny.
Yeah, it's funny, man.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, snap.
Wow. Awesome guitar, man.
Thank you, bro.
But she's-
And thank you in the chat.
But she's probably more like this now.
A cackle.
Yeah.
No, you know what? She was in a parody video recently. Some car salesman selling a Jaguar and says, "Hey, this car is used, but it comes with a Tawny." And she's in the video rolling around on the hood.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
What do you got, Johnny?
This cool battery.
Nice.
It's got a cool battery.
Yeah. Battery.
So is that an active battery or a passive battery, Jay?
Well, right now it's
Do you need a battery for it to work?
It's a 9-volt.
Jim Nicholas has a rock. He's got a rock. It's for those of you who don't know what that is, it's Charlie Brown's Halloween special.
Actually, I think he's thinking of referring to what he's got now that he's thinking of Tawny.
Oh, I would have not a rock.
Showman
Blues. Be patient.
Search results for Tawny Kitaen are going to go through the roof tonight on YouTube and Pornhub. What's that? I have no idea.
Wait, she's
No,
she never
I
did
didn't think
porn.
so. Yeah, I didn't think so.
I mean, I'm sure
Mm-hmm.
David Coverdale has some videos, but
Well, those MTV videos back in the day,
Well,
it's
yeah.
it's the closest thing to watching that stuff.
yeah, that was pretty good.
Oh, she definitely made those videos. I mean, there's no question.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Whitesnake was like really great back then with all the John Sykes music and stuff, but those videos with her rolling around in the cars, that's why they were in rotation every day on MTV.
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Great
How many
song, man.
how many videos was she in? At least two,
At
right?
least two.
Two, right?
At least two.
Yeah.
Mhm.
No, I think she's in three, right? She's in Still the Night,
Mhm.
Is This Love,
Mm-hmm.
Here I Go Again.
Oh,
Oh,
snap!
that's right.
dude.
She's in it. Is This Love too?
Isn't she?
I don't think so.
I'm gonna find out.
Why wouldn't she be?
Yo, why don't you find out?
Let me find out.
Let's find out.
Everybody's saying three.
Oh, isn't she in the? Isn't there a video for The Deeper the Love with Vaughn? Isn't she in that?
You know what? She's in that one too. That's the next album. But yeah, and I used to call that The Deeper the Tub because she was in this bubble bathtub.
Is this her? It's got to be, man.
Back it up a bit.
It's got to
Keep
be.
on. Keep backing. Keep backing.
Red hair. If it's red hair, yes.
Got to be her. Let me scroll through and see what else she's showing. I mean, see if it's her.
If Coverdale's kissing it, it's her.
See what else she's wearing
Or not.
or not. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, she was dating Coverdale at the time, right?
I'm getting
Yeah,
her and
probably.
Coverdale confused in here.
Weren't they married?
I can't tell who is who with their hairdos.
They both look the same from the back.
David Kitaen and Tawny Coverdale.
It's like you're watching. You have the video paused on a certain part, and you're like doing your thing, and then you
Yeah.
unpause it. You realize it's him.
Well, you know what they say. They say the longer you're with someone, that you look alike.
Oh,
You get to
good.
look alike.
I hope my hair grows like my girlfriend's. It's down to her butt. That's the one from the Is This Love video.
Yep. That's not it?
That's the next one. That's the one he actually got. The
Oh,
one
it
he
looks very
wanted
similar.
is orange
It
and yellow. So that was actually his. That one. The one I had here is like red and cream. That's
Okay.
the Is This Love video. Back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit. Back it up a little bit.
And
Well,
now
keep in
say
mind,
something, Jay.
That's not the
Right
videos
there.
aren't in HD. I mean, that's about as clear as you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's the Is This Love video.
Mm-hmm.
So he had this guitar for Still the Night, and he borrowed that while he was waiting for that guitar to arrive because that was his first order.
Yeah, look how hot she was, man. Wait a minute.
Oh no! All I know is all the guys at the car wash were smelling the hood of that Jaguar after the video.
Yeah.
Watch it, bro. What are you, nuts?
Raul, come over here, man.
Uh-huh. Well, yeah, that goes back to the collecting thing. You know, whoever bought that car, do you think they ever wash it?
No,
Yes.
just smelled it.
Puts a tarp on every time it rains. I don't want to wash the tawny off of it.
Thank you, Showman. Thank you, man. And hey, Clayton, today is I missed what you said, but
Telecaster Tuesday.
it is Telecaster Tuesday, man. There it is. It's Tawny Kitaen Tuesday, or is that the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Tawny Tuesday.
Is she on Instagram?
I'm finding out right
You guys
now.
follow her?
Jay's already got his pants around his ankles. He's
On it.
ready to go. Anthony says Tawny looks like Harley Quinn with her bad plastic surgery. You know, here's a tip, ladies. You know, if you're born beautiful, just do a nip and tuck. Don't try to get someone else's nose and, you know, craziness. Just a little nip and tuck.
I don't even think you need that.
Don't do the lips. I hate that stupid when the
Don't
girls
inject anything.
get the big fat. John, hold on. Everybody in the chat and John and Dave. What did Johnny just ask me? If Tawny Kitaen was on Instagram?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I found her.
Okay.
I found her, right? Look who follows. Johnny Beane.
Maybe she never posts.
Well, she's private, so I can't even check.
Oh, let me look. I never see her on there.
Johnny only sees her in the photo framed up he's got next to that Jergens lotion over there by the tissue box.
Yeah, Johnny Beane's he's a closet sex guy. He's all against sex on this video, but you know, in a closet, he's all about it, especially by himself.
Oh man.
Man.
I'm gonna pee my pants.
I think Johnny Beane stars in Pornhub.
Oh.
Dave's really asking for it tonight, you guys.
Well, you know what?
How do you spell her name?
Howface. Is that Hal Sparks?
No.
No? Okay. Howface says a good point. She's on the cover of a Rat album. That's her on the cover of Out of the Cellar.
Is it really?
Yeah, because at the time she was dating Robin Crosby.
Oh God.
So that's a really good point, Howface. I'm glad you brought that up.
I'm gonna pull up the cover right now and then pull down my. Sorry.
Oh, you know, Brendan Buttcheeks brought up something interesting. She was arrested for domestic violence for beating up her Major League Baseball husband a few years back. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yeah, she's a nut. At 1 to 3.
That's right, Sean. Johnny Beane is not my real name, you guys. It's a stage name. How do you spell her name?
Just type in
H-E-R.
Cawn, it'll pop up. Especially since you
H-E-R
follow
and
her.
Amy.
You follow her already, dude, so it's got to pop right up, just like something else.
Johnny, you act like you don't even know her.
Does she have an Instagram? Meanwhile, he's following her.
Jay, show that again and say something so you can see it.
Hello, Tawny Kitaen.
That's
There she
her.
goes. Yep.
Oh, I didn't know that was her.
She's
That is
crawling out into my bed right now, or out of my bed. That
Brendan
hair-
Buttcheek says she was hot in Bachelor Party with Tom Hanks. That's true. She was the bride. She was hot back then.
Who was the other one too? Kelly Brook or something? Kelly something?
LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock. Yes. Yeah. Kelly look.
Okay, I'm looking at her Instagram.
What do you got?
Yeah, she doesn't post that much. That's why I never see her. But,
Yeah.
She's outside her house in the bushes. I never see her. She always goes through that back entrance.
Hey, you haven't posted in 2 weeks. Can you
Matt Duffy said she's in Rat's video Back for More. That's interesting. I didn't know that.
got to see if.
And yeah, Bozique, Robin Crosby was the member of Rat who died, sadly, years ago.
All right. You want to show that guitar, Dave?
Yeah, sure. Second guitar is a guitar that I've showed a few times, and I talked about it a little bit on Friday night, and I said I'd show it off tonight. Cameron Brown is interested in this guitar, and if he's watching
right now,
we'll talk about my my beat up Strat, which also has a Tessie kill switch in it. In white. Thank you, Rob Welch at Tessie Switch. And the check is also in the mail. All right. Anyway, this guitar is a guitar that was built for me by my buddy Matt at 30th Street Guitars in Manhattan. The body and the neck came from USA Custom Guitars. Tommy at USA Custom Guitars makes great parts. Strat, I'm sure everything they do is great, but their Fender parts are fantastic. Their Strat bodies and necks. It's an alder body. It's a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard, large frets, I guess 6100s. When I ordered this guitar, I first ordered it because I had a guitar that looked very similar to it. That was a Fender custom shop guitar. And I originally had bought that guitar for $5,000. And then I sold it like an idiot. And when I wanted it back, the owner of the guitar said, yeah, you can buy it back for $7,000. And I said, there's no way I'm going to pay $13,000 for this guitar, $5,000 first and then $7,000 or whatever, $12,000. I was like, you're crazy. I'll figure another way. So I spoke to my buddy at 30th Street and I said, I'd like you to make me a very specific guitar. And he said, sure, what do you want? And I said, I want a cross between something that Jimi Hendrix would have used, Stevie Ray Vaughan would have used, and Steve Vai would use. And what I meant by that is I said, I want you to burn the guitar. I want it not only relic, but I want you to burn the guitar. And that's the Jimi Hendrix vibe, which is what this is. And the Stevie Ray Vaughan look, his #1 guitar, that I want it to look very much like that. Sunburst with a black guard, white pickups, rosewood fretboard with these, this type of tuners on it. And the Vai thing is I want hum single hum with one volume, one tone, and I want it hooked up, Vai wiring. I don't necessarily want the Vai pickups, but I want, hum single hum with Vai wiring. So I chose 2 DiMarzio 36th anniversary pickups and the Gem single coil. The Gem single coil you couldn't buy, you still can't buy it, but I through some friends of mine and people at DiMarzio, I was able to get a Gem single coil. And the final thing that I had put on was the kill switch from Tessie Switch. This guitar, I've owned it for about 8 years, and it's been my main stage guitar for that long. When I gig, I usually take quite a few. I take a few guitars with me, usually between 3 and 5 guitars. But this is the guitar I end up playing most of the night. There's really nothing else to talk about it. It just, it just feels great. It sounds great. Every position on the guitar sounds, it sounds just as good, if not better than any of my Gem guitars. The only thing that I probably would have done, that I should have done that I didn't do, is I should have put a Floyd on it, because I like Floyds. But you know what? I don't have that many guitars with stock tremolos, so this is fine. But that's really it. And the back of the guitar, it's just, relic like a really nice 60s Strat.
Is that neck sanded?
It wasn't sanded. It was it's that all the dirt on it is from me playing it, but it didn't have lacquer on it. It was like an oil finish.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Bozique says he's heard great things about the DiMarzio 36 anniversaries. I know they're technically vintage PAF style pickups. How are they for 80? They sound great for 80s rock. Here's a little. Sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
And the neck pickup, it's you know, it's got that woman song. It sounds great.
A lot of guys back in the 80s used those DiMarzio PAFs.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically that's this guitar in a nutshell. Jim Nicholas wants to know if I have any Strats with Callahan parts. Yes, my 78 Van Halen 1, the black and white, has a Callahan bridge on it.
I thought you said Callahan. I was thinking of Tommy Boy. Callahan Auto Parts.
Yeah.
Showman Blues, thank you. Showman Blues says he nailed it, Dave. Yeah, Matt at 30th Street nailed it. Just a beautiful guitar. You've had it for a while. Amazing guitar. Thank you very much.
Showman Blues also wants to know, are the edges on that neck rolled?
Yes, absolutely.
It
And
looks
yes,
like a comfy
mine
neck.
are too. Yeah, the edges on this are absolutely rolled. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, they're rolled. The radius on this is a 10-inch radius. It's not very flat, but it's not very round either.
Very cool.
It
Yeah,
is very cool.
Very nice. That neck looks comfy, man.
it really is. It's nice. You know what? I didn't want an actual 60s feeling neck. So when you get this neck, I mean, when you order it from USA Custom, it's a big neck. So what I did was I brought my Les Paul, yes, the Les Paul, to my friend Matt, and I said, make it this, and he did. And this feels just like my Les Paul because that's the guitar. I mean, I love that guitar. It's slightly larger than a regular 60s Fender, but not a baseball back. And original Les Pauls, just so that you all know, original Les Pauls don't feel like the new reissues, like any of the custom shop reissues. The reissues, the necks on them are at least they're much bigger than all the original ones. The original ones are smaller than you think. So when you think of a Les Paul has a huge neck, not the original 50s ones, they don't. So this is still small, but it's not tiny.
Mm-hmm.
Your Les Paul neck is amazingly cool.
Yeah.
I love that. You know, I didn't want to give that back. You know, you have
Who would?
to be running across your lawn
Mm-hmm.
to get it back. So
Yeah.
next time I'm out, I want to play that if you still have it.
Absolutely. Oh, this is not going anywhere.
Okay, yeah. No,
It's
I
not
want to
going
check
in
it out.
anybody else's hands either. That's
Well,
what
yeah. Anyone. I'll let anyone play it. It's just it's not ever getting sold. This is one of those guitars that'll just, you know, after I leave this planet, someone else can have it. But it's going to be with me while I'm alive.
I'm gonna start sending flowers to Desiree.
Well, we're gonna have Cameron Brown on soon, and he's got some cool Strats to show off as well. I was gonna show a picture or two on here, Cameron, but I'm gonna wait till you come on, and possibly even, I think maybe next Friday. I think maybe. We'll discuss off air.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, thumbs up.
Film stars in the chat. What happened?
What?
Todd A.K. Soda Pops asking Mad Dog, who's your favorite adult star? Where did we lose you guys?
I'd rather get involved in that conversation.
Yeah, hold on.
It's gonna be a Johnny Bean spinoff where we talk about adult films.
Mm-hmm. Brett McCord wants to know.
The Johnny Bone Show.
Oh my gosh.
Brett McCord wants to know: Will stock tremolo bridges stay in tune with locking tuners? To a point, they will, but not perfectly, because you're only locking one part. Well, the ball end in the trem, when you use the trem, that moves around. So if it's not locked on the, like on a Floyd Rose at the tremolo and at the nut, then it's never really going to stay in tune perfectly. But it will stay in tune better than one without.
See, go from talking about favorite adult star to balls and nuts. I mean, so Cameron said it's cool to show off. I'm going to show one picture of 2-year strats, Cameron, and then when you come on, you can show them in more detail, obviously. But he sent me this picture a few days ago. Look at these things, man. I'll try to get this to
right there.
Look at that.
Wow.
That blue one.
Good stuff.
That blue one really. I'm not a huge Strat guy, but that is awesome looking.
What years are those?
Well, to tell you the truth, it looks more like that natural one with some blue paint on it.
That natural one.
That natural one with the blue tins of paint.
That's actual relic wear. That's natural wear. No relicking.
Yeah, they're both beautiful.
Really cool, the blue one.
Mm-hmm.
And I tend to think that the Sunburst one has a lot of his sweat on it, because that looks like a lot more relicking than Fender really does.
We'll have to ask.
I know they do. I know they do heavy relicking. I know all about the relicking and exactly how much relicking they do, but that looks like it's been played more than it was relicked.
Tessie Switch says the top one looks like some badgers got to it.
Yeah. Badger, mushroom. Badgers.
Oh my gosh.
UHF, anybody? Weird Al?
Love Weird Al.
Mm-hmm.
Bozique says, Dave Neslo, regarding the tremolo question, I'd also add that the high-end nut that's well lubricated may be more important than the locked-in tuners for staying in tune. Well, high-end, I only use a bone, and it's always lubricated. I'm not gonna, all right, I'll say it. I use nut sauce. I use nut sauce in the bone nut. Ha ha ha. I use nut sauce in the bone nut. Ha ha ha. But anyway, yes, it stays lubricated because I use a bone nut.
Uh-huh. With the nut sauce.
Yes.
Lube that bone. Mike Heath says, I almost got a 60s Strat my uncle found in the trash in a case, perfect condition, but he's sold it in the late 70s for $150. I could cry.
Oh my goodness, man.
Dude.
That's what they were worth in the 70s, though. No one knew it was going to explode.
Like your lubed bone.
Mm-hmm.
I got a better one. A buddy of mine, him and his family moved into a new house, and the old tenants left behind 3 guitar cases in a storage area under the stairs. And they called. They said, "Do you want this?" He said, "Yeah, you can have it. We never play that." So inside was a a 50s Flying V Gibson Carina. What's that wood? Carina. Carina Flying V from the 50s. An Explorer, again, vintage, and a Les Paul vintage. And, he was a teenager, so he's like, I don't want these old man guitars. It's the late 80s. I want to trade them in. So he traded them in for it was like an import, I think an import Jackson, something like that, or Charvel Model Series maybe. And the guy at the store said, I'll trade you these 3 for this, which was like $180 guitar. And he made him pay for the gig bag.
Oh.
Was this Alex's axe in Manhattan, maybe?
So it was somewhere on Long Island.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right, so Cameron just sent me a picture of the guitar when he first got it. So I'll show you guys again. That's now. This is now.
Mhm.
All right. Keep
That's
that
now.
in mind.
That's now.
That's now. This is
Right
now.
now.
When's then? We just passed then. All right. Here's when he first got it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
He said he basically played the shit out of it. And he
With
said,
sandpaper?
so that's the blue one when I first got it. All the paint came off from many, many, many gigs. So he completely just played the paint off of the thing.
What do you have in the freezer?
That's so funny.
Come on, I'm trying to hold this still and you're making me giggle.
Wait till I
That's
take
cool.
the test.
That looks like it's ice blue metallic over sunburst.
And it also looks like this picture was taken in the 70s. Cameron, how old are you? Like an old Polaroid or something, you know?
The newer photo looks like the blue is darker, doesn't it?
Well, I think it's just the picture on here and the light is reflecting off of the. Yeah, I think it's just the lighting.
Mhm.
Beautiful guitar.
That looks like
Either
that could be a picture of a picture.
Yeah.
Maybe it is.
James Gum wants to know, how does the Callahan trem stack up against the standard Fender trem? Well, the Callahan trem is hardened rolled steel. So it's a heavier steel. It's just the sound pops off of it a bit better than the regular Fender tremolo.
Nice.
I missed it. Damn it.
Oh.
Let's we'll take two. Hold on.
I was on camera when I did
I know. There, now do it.
Excuse me. Those sound effect boxes.
Brett McCord says, I see little EVH guitars in the background on that red-lined case. Can you show one of the mini guitars?
Mini guitar.
No, but I can show both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, like earrings.
Hey, I'm going to show guitars too. I'll be right back.
You hit it once with a pick, it automatically relics, all the paint flies off.
The vibrations. That'd be cool.
Now, here's my show and tell for the evening, I guess. Which one do you want to see first, the Frankie or the 5150?
Yes.
Is this in tune?
I can't do that with this. It'll go out of tune.
Oh.
Standard trem, remember?
So,
Right now, 50 women just left a thumbs up.
so this is from our friends at crap. Who did I get this from again? Van Halen store.
Great plug.
Van Halen store. And the back, I was more impressed with the back of this guitar than anything.
That's
Look at
really badass.
Yeah, super cool. And that's all the dirt from me playing it so much, Come on, stop.
There's some great detail on those.
Yeah, and they're wood too.
That's probably the best guitar you own.
Right
Look
now,
at that
Rob
action,
Johnson
man.
wants to make a replica of it.
That's that Johnny Beane violin action right there, boy.
That's
Oh,
pretty.
yeah.
That's pretty low for a real guitar.
Yeah. So obviously, oh, Johnny, hold on, man.
Well, I gotta. Okay, I'll keep it on you. I'll be right back though.
Oh God. You know, they did a really good job on that.
Floyd looks pretty realistic.
Yeah,
Probably-
I mean, they could have went super cheap and just put everything in a line and not.
I mean, that's probably a better Floyd than a Korean F1000.
The input jack did a good job with that.
The little quarter.
Yeah.
It's like a dime.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Look at the detail on the Floyd.
Yeah, dude, they did a really, really good job on this. I was super impressed. So, if you call up or order online from Van Halen store, tell them we sent you.
Please.
And then I'll show the 5150, which actually it's about the same as far as action. But the neck's definitely thinner on the 5150. So here's this one. Hold on, let me follow. Come on.
Looks just like my guitar, except it should have 22 frets on it.
Yeah, I know.
It's 21.
But
Look at the
This one
relic.
does. But this one doesn't.
Well, the Frankenstein only has 21 frets on it.
Mm-hmm. So they botched that. This is the modern day 5150. Obviously not the same headstock, but that's for legal purposes. But
Does
this-
it come with a
the
little
seam-
microscopic cigarette?
Look at this. The seam is in there. I'll try to get it to focus on that instead of me.
Yeah.
There it is. Look.
Wow.
Look at the detail, man.
That's awesome.
They
Is
did a really
the
good.
seam in the back too? Yep.
Yes,
Wow.
it is. The semen is in the back.
Semen in the back.
Yep.
You heard him. Semen in the back.
They did that.
That's like in prison.
The skunk stripe. Oh, just focused on that tool shed back there. The new Batman, which is who knows.
Wow. That relicing's so great.
It is. They did a really, really good job on these, man.
What do they charge you for something like that?
I don't know.
I think it's $40, 40 or 49, something like that.
Some serious bang for the buck.
Just the
Very
5150 isn't or the 0 isn't above. But that's all right. You know, you got to give them a little bit of leeway here.
That's so
This is
cool.
for anybody wondering, not that anybody cares, but this is my favorite. The 5150 is my favorite guitar of all time. And I think I can speak for a lot of us when I say that. And because of Live Without a Net, probably.
Nice.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's awesome.
You could put a Tessie switch on there and take over the whole guitar.
Yeah.
Taylor Petrie, actually, you're wrong there. He says it's not fully accurate. 5150 only has 2 springs. Right now, it has 3 springs on it.
Really?
Yes, it's had 3 springs on it since it had
2004?
since it had that Strat neck on it. Yeah, and even now.
Interesting.
Tessie says the nitpicking level is high tonight, isn't it?
Ooh, what did I miss? View deleted message. I love this.
Showman Blues, I'm sorry, I don't know exactly what neck to order. They did it all for me at 30th Street, so I don't know what it would be at USA Custom. I'm sorry.
Trying to see if I missed any.
Question.
Yeah.
Mike Heath says it must be a Chinese copy.
Yeah.
So close.
And he also asked, "Where's the amp?" Like that'd be cool too if they made, you know, if Eddie made mini copies of his old amps, or even new amps. Like that, how much
Mhm.
cooler would that be? You look back there, you see the 2 guitars on a case, and then I have, a full striped stack behind it. Like that'd be so cool. And I
Mhm.
can get my dials out.
You just put it way in the back, and you just say, "Oh yeah, that's actually the guitars. I got those."
Mm-hmm. Hey, Johnny, before you leave. Oh, he left.
Johnny's on the toilet again. Jeez.
No, I'm here. I'm here. What?
Oh, there you go.
Josh Meyer's band asks, could any one of you guys elaborate on Ed's live without a net rig, guitar rig? Johnny, you would know, right? Do you know? I don't know all of it.
Live without a net. So you're talking about the 5150 tour.
Yes. Yeah.
His rig was.
The only thing that I can tell you was his main amp is the main amp from the first 5 records, but he had several Marshalls with him. But the sound you heard was that one main amp. Other than that, I really
Really?
not sure. Yeah.
You think?
Oh yeah. Yes.
I don't know, because didn't he lose that amp? Like
Not
in
then.
the early, like the first or second tour, he lost that amp.
No, that's the amp, because if you watch the Farm Aid show with Sammy and Eddie, that's that amp.
Yeah.
And he's using that amp all throughout 5150. You can see it clearly on the stage.
Yeah, the only thing you can see on the stage during the 5150 tour is between the drum riser and the main stage, the grates that they have, you can see a Marshall cabinet under there, but you can't see any.
And that might not even be Eddie's. That could have been Sammy's.
That's a good point.
And Sammy's
I'm thinking still at that time, Eddie was using those custom cabinets, the white painted face with the black speakers on it that he used in 1984. I don't remember what the name of the company is that he used, but I'm thinking in the 5150 tour, they were just hidden, but he was using those cabinets.
John BL, what do you know?
Yeah, I know.
He knows. He's got all that stuff. I know that there is a Guitar World magazine or something out there that details his setup for that tour. I don't have it. I got rid of all my magazines years ago.
Which ones? Oh.
Yeah, the sticky ones under the bed is still there.
Oh.
So I know we talk about the 5150 tour. I know we've kind of discussed this maybe on a late show, but if you guys could go back in time and go to one concert, what would it be?
A Halen tour?
No, anything, any concert.
Oh wow. Ozzy with Randy.
Okay.
Jimi Hendrix for me. Any show.
Wow. I'd go see the Beatles when they were on Ed Sullivan.
Would you be there?
Well, because you can't even hear them playing. So the only way to be able to hear it would be to go back in time and actually go, and sit in the front.
Johnny would be with that crowd of girls screaming, chasing him.
I'd sit in the back and just never mind. I have mixed opinions about this. It would either be like Halen 84 maybe, or something like that, just to see Van Halen in their prime with Dave, or maybe like Justice tour with Metallica. But how funny would it be to go to the new Halen, Van Halen live concert and say the stuff before Sammy says it? Everybody around you be like, what the hell? This guy's, gonna be burned at the stake.
I know. Well, technically, I don't think anybody would be able to hear you. It'd be way too loud, but
here's those commercial mics that go over your radio. Hey, good looking. I'll catch you later.
Yeah. Here's the other thing, Jay. You gotta realize.
Microphone.
Yeah.
When they tour, the shtick is the same for every show. So Sammy probably says the same thing almost in every night. So it's not like, you know, he only said it once on the new Halen show. He probably said it that whole tour.
What if I said it as he was saying it?
But you could do that if you went to any other show during that tour.
No, he wouldn't know. No, the reason he's saying that is because he knows that show. We all know exactly what
every
he's
line
saying.
exact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
How funny would that be?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Amanda, before you go, you don't want to see my second guitar? You can't hang on just a little bit longer?
Well, bust it out, man.
Yeah, we're only going to be on another 5 minutes anyway, or so.
All right. So a little background on the second one. We were talking Vivian Campbell. I said he had that red and white one in the Still the Night video, that Rand prototype in the Still the Night video, while he was waiting for the one he ordered to come through. The one he ordered was the Rand that was orange and yellow, featured in the Is This Love video. Jay, could you bring up that photo again?
I got to go back on YouTube.
Oh,
hold on. I might still have it. I closed it, but I'll find it again while you talk. I'll find it.
Now, this was when Rand was still doing prototypes for the guitar that Vivian had borrowed. So the one he used in the Is This Love was still a pre-production video guitar. So I have that one too. This was Vivian Campbell's other Rand, the one used in the Whitesnake Is This Love video.
Wow.
So again, another prototype. This one, just single hum, one volume, all business, just orange and yellow this time. Still no fret markers. The production ones had fret markers, and the carve was a little bit different. Same crazy headstock.
That one looks like it was broken.
Now you have the Rand, that's the Rand logo that they actually used by then, but this one was done by hand at the time.
Does that headstock look like it was broken to you?
It was. Vivian broke the headstock at one point, and it was repaired very nicely, very professionally, but it's there.
I'm trying to get to it, man. I just keep getting distracted.
Boy, if I had a nickel for every time I said that. And there's the back again, neck through, 27 frets. The wood, by the way, is a Pao Ferro.
Pao Ferro.
Yeah. So that's the fretboard wood they used. And look how thick the slab of it is. Just you can see that a little bit. Just a nice thick piece of it back then, when exotic wood was cheap. But again, look at the finish. You know, two-tone swish paint.
That's very cool.
Floyd. I think this is a Duncan JB, possibly. I have to play it to hear it, but again, 27 frets into that weird little configuration at the point. Look at that headstock. The thing is so long. It's like a bird beak. It's like that bird that goes down for the mercury water and then comes back up.
Mm-hmm.
That is like a bird beak.
Yeah. So this was the one he actually ordered, seen in the Is This Love video.
So how'd you get that one?
This one was owned by a buddy of mine who got it, and he collects Rands. So like he's the guy that had like 10 Rands, and this one came his way. And Vivian used this one, I think, in a Japanese tour or an Asian tour and a European tour. But he took photos with the one he got after this, which is yellow, blue, and orange, which or yellow, blue, and red maybe, which is hanging up in the Hard Rock Cafe right now. So there you go. Jay, say something so they can see that.
There you go. It's not the best shot, but there's most of this video. He's kind of like in the shadows and stuff, and you can't tell what the hell he's playing. Let me try to find a better shot.
There are better images of it. in the Is This Love video.
That's what I'm in.
Yeah. I'm saying. There's some better images.
Tim Pierce says he had a blue Rand.
He never had a blue one. The one he had was.
No, Tim Pierce had a blue Rand.
Oh, Tim had a blue Rand. Oh, they're fucking fantastic guitars. These are real boutique guitars. I mean, these are handmade. You know, they had I forgot who made the pickups. It's not a Duncan, actually. I don't think. At least, I forgot who made them.
That's cool that you have that guitar. Now you just need that hairdo.
Yeah, I used to have that hairdo.
He needs that money. He needs that money, is what he needs.
Damn right. There you go. Right there.
So that's pretty much the best shot.
Why does that headstock look black on the one in Vivian?
It's in the shadow.
Okay.
Walk in the shadows.
Oh, with me.
Oh, Tawny Kitaen. They caught real footage of her getting pissed. Ready? God damn it! and then Coverdale comes out and does his best Michael Myers. Ready? Halloween. I'll get you, bitch.
Oh my god.
That's where he starts roughing her up, and then the camera.
Yeah, he's got her on the hood of the car. Oh.
Yeah, after they got divorced, he wanted to run her over with that car.
Oh my god. Like a vampire or something.
Yeah.
Johnny Style brought it up. Tom Anderson did the pickups. Thank you. Yeah, so just to
Awesome.
side by side. And again, both of these are prototypes before the actual production Rands.
Wow.
They look real similar in the light I'm in, but this is like a reddish with cream, and this is orange and yellow.
Do they both feel similar, or do they feel different?
The necks feel similar because the prototype neck was still the same. Again, this I believe was I think this was the stock pickup, and this one I think was changed out.
What's with the holes?
Huh?
What's with the holes in the first one?
I didn't do it.
I know you didn't, but why? Do you know what the?
Well,
what was
I think the bigger one was a pickup selector, and the other one could have been like a tone, something like that.
Hold on, hold the other one up again. The one in your left hand. I was going to see maybe he wanted the volume knob moved or something, but no, it's
it's in a different spot.
Yeah.
Both real Floyds. But this is the one he ordered to his specs.
And the one in your left hand, I can't really tell. It has a slight cutaway on the top horn, but does the one in your right hand have that?
At the top.
They're different. Cutaways are different.
They're a little bit different.
No. If you look from the front.
This one's more pointed.
Well, no, it's got the little kind of
and this one's still swooping.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is closer to the production model that they did. This horn is very similar to the production one. This one is more like almost like Jackson-like, you know, because it's rounded. And again, this one came early. I think this was like the second one made. The first one was like a black and white one. So it just kind of evolved. If you look at a production one, if you're lucky enough to see one, I think there's someone said there's one on Reverb right now, a purple one. You'll see it's a lot closer to this, but with fret markers.
That's very cool. Very cool stuff.
Yeah, the colors are cool, man.
Yeah, they did so many good colors, and it's always like anywhere from 2 to 3 colors together. Usually 2, like aqua and white, or pink and purple, or But it always is this kind of swishy paint job. That's really unique. I mean, he basically what Rand did, he liked the Jacksons, he liked the neck through of them, but he wanted to improve on them. He wanted to give a little bit better fret access. He wanted to give a little bit more stylizing, and he wanted to give, another 3 frets. But they play great.
That is neat.
There you go. Today's show and tell guitars, Vivian Campbell's Whitesnake guitars. Song of the night is This Love. There you go.
Very, very good.
Awesome.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah, I'd say.
Those look great. Man, yeah, that's a pointy headstock, dude.
Yeah, those things, those headstocks, I'm sure broke all the time.
Now what?
Boner Jam says these are the anti-Kessel headstocks.
That's kind of like a.
I'm just anti-Kissel.
What year are those guitars made? 87? 86, 87?
Probably like, let's see. When did that album come out? In 87? So
87. Probably
I guess
86.
Yeah.
It was like right before the video was the second one. So I guess 86.
I wonder if that's maybe where Vi got the swirl idea from, because it's not a swirl, obviously, but it's kind of
Done way before that.
Huh?
Swirls were done way before that, and Vi didn't come up with that.
I'm
that
just saying, as far as
Dispagni?
Vi getting the idea to do them to the universe.
Didn't Joe Dispagni do the swirls?
Joe Dispagni and Darren Johansson both.
Mm-hmm.
The
They
late
came up with it
great
together. They were in business together in the very beginning. Yes.
Showman Blues, other than the cut, they're the same size on those Rands. JR says he loves the shape, but the paint job makes him think of a decorative bar of soap.
They do look like soap.
What would the soap be called?
Blech.
Dial Rand.
Randile.
Randile.
Tim Pierce says his was made in 89. He had a production model. Oh, and a good point. This is a very good point. Timothy Pierce brings up the production models was a long tenon set neck. The two prototypes were neck through. That's a really good point.
Wow. They're almost in the same key. Sound like ukuleles.
Thing I have a nice bunch of coconuts, Jay.
Crush.
Nice.
Well, what do you guys say?
You can leave whenever you want.
Yeah.
We do 3 hours now.
I can't.
No, you do 3 hours.
We usually do. Johnny and I eventually wind up trickling down to just us and like two people.
You wait till there's less people in the room in the chat and watching than on the show.
And then we break out like the really cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. The good stuff.
All right, they're gone. Let's show off the real good stuff. The big guns.
John brings out his Hendrix guitar. This is the Johnny Beane Woodstock. I got.
Yeah, the actual one.
He wheels out the grave that the tomb. Never mind.
Oh my gosh. Josh Myers, are you still here, man? Josh. Today's Telecaster Tuesday?
There's a Telecaster right behind Johnny. Do you see it? It's right there.
Hey, the volume knob, does it actually turn on this thing?
No, you're breaking it.
It does. Yeah, that's the whole thing. It does. I probably am breaking it.
You break everything you hold.
I gotta go. That's it for me. After I just turn the volume up on my Mini 5150. Let's see if the Frankenstein moves. No, that one's glued.
The other was glued too.
It might-
Yeah, but yeah, Jay, I was gonna say if you get one of these, it's cool to pose those next to this.
Yeah, why don't I get one of those?
You know.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh yeah, look, it actually it screws on. That's actually neat though. Yeah, it screws on. But I'm gonna go screw off. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
Have a good night, Jay.
You guys have a good night as well. Awesome guitars, everybody.
Thank you.
And everybody in the chat had a great night.
Awesome. See you, man.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye. I love all of you.
We love you too.
Love you. Jay Hannon, everybody. Jay Hannon.
Yeah. Where was it? Josh, right? Josh Myers. Yeah, he sent me some pictures of
His wife?
of of the 5150 tour setup. Oh my gosh. Okay, so here's all the amps.
Back up a little bit.
One.
Wow.
There it is. There we go.
Damn, that's cool.
So you got the amps and the effects right there. And then here's a picture of Edward right there.
So now Valerie owns half those amps, right?
I don't know. Here's some of his effects. Looks like it might be all the Eventide stuff. It's very cool. And yeah, I'll put those pictures in the Discord. Is Josh here? Am I looking at the chat? I don't know.
Senility sets in early. What's that, the chat? Where's the screen? Are we live?
Oh my gosh. I'll show this real quick. Josh, I don't know if you're still here, but here's a picture Josh sent me. What was this, a week ago? We were messaging back and forth about the Ernie Ball guitars. And he sent me this picture here. That's one of the Carnal Knowledge record store displays. Cardboard. And I told him I used to have 2 of those. A record store let me take 2 of them home. Years ago. Well, when the album came out. So Josh, thank you.
Dave, where'd you go?
Put the guitar away.
Ah. Yeah, you know that wall does look empty without those others on there.
It's okay. The others, let's show you where they are. Let me see if I can do this. I wonder if this will work.
Swipe left, swipe right.
Hang on. Let's see if I can do this without.
Terminated.
Oh boy.
Check 1, 2.
I know. I'm the one wearing the headphones.
Holy hell.
Oh.
Like an alien weapon.
Just woke everybody up.
That's probably what they played in Desert Storm to rile up the enemy.
Oh my gosh.
There we go.
Look at that. You got the Music Mans, you got the Ibanez's.
Well, that means you got more room for more guitars, Dave. Mike Heath says we're like a three-legged dog without Jay. Yeah, but you know what, Mike? We could still piss.
Hey, David Otis.
Hey, John Bulwer. Pooh Ninja says we use that sound to run off Ewoks. Nope.
Oh. I don't know if Dave knew that we couldn't hear him. Run off Ewoks.
Where did he go?
I don't know.
Oh, boy.
What, you don't like Ewoks? Oh, your avatar is Darth Vader. Okay. So you probably like the Star Wars chat, right? That we do? Because some people hate it.
I'm sorry. Say again. I'm reading Anthony's comment saying standing up, right? You bet, because even with 3 legs, I'm a well-hung dog. It acts as a 4th leg.
Oh my gosh.
What were you saying about Star Wars?
Pooh Ninja was saying that we use that sound to run off Ewoks. But if you look at it, if you look at it,
it tastes like gremlins.
yeah.
You gotta add gravy. This time I didn't forget the gravy. Fender Guru says he loves Star Wars. Brother, we all love Star Wars. We were talking about the preview for 9 earlier. We always break into Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Star Wars, and 80's guitars. I mean it all, relates.
It makes sense. R2D2's like a little amp rolling around. Plug right in him.
For April Fools, Seymour Duncan came out with the Chewbucker. You see that?
It's a furry pickup.
Yep.
Looks like a cooch.
Oh.
Wait, Nesdal is saying in the chat, it says I can't rejoin the call.
He probably thinks I did that on purpose.
What?
I had nothing to do with that, man.
What's that movie where the guy falls through the chair? What's
falls through the chair?
No, you know that movie. What the hell is it? Where the woman stirring the tea. What's that horror movie recently? The guy
Oh, what is that? Yeah, we were talking about that because
Jordan Peele did it.
Yeah, they filmed another movie out here in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, but that's where Dave went. Dave basically got a little push and fell back through the chair into limbo. Now he's in the special dark place. Bozique, I was joking about Valerie. She wasn't vindictive. And Nesdal's answering questions in the chat. Dave, come back. Dave!
It's like Poltergeist.
Yeah, he just got sucked into the television.
It's like the last thing we saw of Dave, he was like this. He was
Taylor Petrie wants to know, do I have any of Marty McFly's Ibanez from Back to the Future? No, but in my day job, I've handled so many live movie props from Back to the Future. I've played with the actual DeLoreans.
Wow.
I've played with the hoverboards. We had on the TV show that I was on, Hollywood Treasure. If you watch that on, I don't know what it's on, Netflix or whatever, Hulu maybe, you'll see a lot of Back to the Future props. But I never played with any of the guitars.
That was my.
Did you use an Ibanez in one of those?
In the first movie, when his band is auditioning in the gymnasium at the high school, that's an Ibanez.
Okay, I remember with the speaker, he had that little travel guitar.
That was a little what's it called? Like chinchilla.
Something like that. It was a
something.
little travel guitar, and then he had
Billy
like
Gibbons. Billy Gibbons was famous for playing those. Andy Summers from the Police did one of their overseas lip syncing videos where he's playing one.
and he had a 335. He was playing at one point.
What was that? I don't know. I don't think it was a 335. I think it was another model. But the thing is those guitars weren't actually around yet in 1955. That's something a lot of guitar nerds point out. That's a later model guitar.
But I think that's what he played, right?
It was a 3-3. I don't think it was a 335. I think it was a couple numbers off. Yeah. And leave a thumbs up.
Dave, did you do an Irish goodbye to us, or did you actually just get disconnected?
I don't know. Well, he was connected twice.
Yeah.
ES 345. Thank you, Anthony.
Now, Mike Keith, we have two legs. So now it's like a dog doing a handstand. I'm pissing in my own mouth.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
Krellbar says Nigel played a Chiquita as well. Fender Guru, Irish goodbye is when you just hit the hang up button and that's it. No goodbye, no warning, just bang, you're gone. It's like Thanos just snapped the Infinity Gauntlet and you're out. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like you're at a party and you're like, hey, where'd so-and-so go?
Mark Dillon says it was a 58 instead of a 55 on that that Gibby.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
I think the Ibanez, the black Ibanez, it was either a Roadster or a what's the other one? They have two similar names.
The 550 or
Either no, the Ibanez. The Ibanez.
no, I'm saying was it like an RG or
It was
I
had
gotta
to be
watch the scene again.
there was Roadster and Roadstar. And
What about Roadhead? Is that the amp?
what?
Was that Roadhead? Is that what they call it?
Krellbar says it has to be a Roadstar. I'm sure we can find a picture of it. Yeah, it wasn't an RG.
Okay, right. Krellbar pointed it out. RGs weren't around in 85. Thank you. You're right. Avery's Guitar asks a good question. ES335, what does the ES stand for? And Fender Guru says electric Spanish. Is that true? Is that what that does stand for?
Okay.
Electric Spanish. It's a Roadstar, Krellbar says.
Ibanez
Oh.
Roadstar 2,
2.
maybe. Here it is.
Thank you, Krellbar. Star Roadstar. You have a photo, Johnny?
I do.
Let's see. I want to get an amp just like Doc Brown had in the lab.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Blow my wall apart.
Okay.
A little further. There you go. Wait.
I mean, the picture's really small anyway.
Oh, okay.
But
Okay. Yeah.
that's the guitar right there. And it has a tremolo bridge, has a locking nut.
I recognize that headstock. Reb Beach had an Ibanez with a headstock like that.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me get another picture.
Anthony points out Michael J. Fox using a pick with a metal tip. Wonder where he got that from. Eddie Van Halen? Good point.
Okay, so this is not that same guitar, but this is most likely what it was.
A Roadstar 2 series.
Yeah.
That looks about right.
Very cool.
Steve Lukather had a signature one. Krellbar points out. Howie. There's Howie behind you.
Yeah, he probably has to use the room. Do you have to use the room? Or did you already use the room and you have to be changed?
Because I'm going to shit right in your bed, Johnny. I'm not talking about Howie. I'm talking about Nesdal. He's
Oh
saying
my God.
that.
Ibanez guitar, Roadstar 2. Yeah, that's definitely what that is.
John Bulwer asks, do I have any guitars from Anthrax? I don't. I'd love some of those V's that he had. Didn't, what's his name? Scott Ian? Is that his name? Scott Ian, right?
Scott Ian? Uh-huh.
Yeah. Didn't he have like a bunch of comic book style V's that got lost in a studio fire? If I remember right. There was like some controversy that like he said some got burned up and some really didn't, or some crap like that. Does anyone in the chat know the deal with that? I know a buddy of mine has one of his guitars, the one he used for Married with Children, that like brown quilt XT something, that Short Roads. A buddy of mine has that. I'd love to get that off him. And a replica of his Turtles guitar, one of the Ninja Turtles guitar. So a buddy of mine has that. But he had one with like, I think it was like the Human Torch and Sergeant Fury and like one other Marvel superhero, maybe Iron Man or something, on a Rhodes. I keep hearing that some of those got burned up.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, there was some fire in a studio. But no, John Bulwer, not at the moment. But maybe I'll get that one for my friend. That one on Married with Children was pretty badass.
Cool. Here's a picture real quick. Another picture of the Roadstar 2. You can see the whole guitar there. There's Marty and the original Jennifer. And there it is. Look how long that whammy bar is.
Wow. That's why he likes him.
That's really cool, man. That's really cool.
Crowbar says New York always had several fires that destroyed band equipment. What other fires were there? I know there are a bunch of them. He's right.
I'm not sure.
Anthrax was the one that sticks in my mind, but I know there was like at least like two others that guys like lost their equipment and stuff. Metallica.
That's horrible.
There was another one too.
I'm going to take Howie out real quick.
Go ahead. I'm going to play with the chat a bit.
Okay.
Yeah, Metallica wrote Fade to Black after their fire. The red guitar in the dance scene. Which one, Avery? I'm talking like studio fires, by the way. Not even like, club fires or a show or anything. ES345. Okay. Oh, God. The Nashville. BenCoombs brings up the Nashville flood took out a lot of gear. How much gear do you think got lost? And my heart goes out to everyone in Ohio and Indiana from those tornadoes the other day. I mean, oh, my God. Could you imagine? A lot of those guys I know play guitar, and I can only imagine. I mean, it took down houses. Obviously, it's more important is that you get your family out. But I mean, I'd be pushing my family back in and carrying cases. I mean, that's the only way that my family's getting out is, Dad, take a case, get back in there and grab a case. But no, jokes aside, man. I mean, just terrible tragedy. And Taylor Petrie brings up, Scotty Ian had a Judge Dredd on his guitar. Didn't he have a Judge Death? I think it was Judge Death, not even Judge Dredd, if I remember. I think that was like one of his themes there. Let's see. Good night, Bozique. Who made Marvel's superhero guitars? Mike Keith wants to know. It was a Jackson Rhodes, and he had again just custom paint done. You know, guys, graphics guys. You know, Screaming Lehman, Dan Lawrence, Glenn Matasiel. Graphics guys would put, especially in the '80s when graphics were really big. You know, you bring them in a playing guitar, and you know, hey, I want a Ninja Turtles graphic. I want a Roadrunner graphic. And they would put on these graphics on. And Scott Ian's like a big comic book junkie, like myself. So he had some old Marvel superhero poses put on some of his guitars, and then Judge Death and probably Judge Dredd and Ninja Turtles. Crawlbar brings up, how much equipment got lost in Katrina? Oh, yeah, good point. New Orleans, man. So many guitars. Let's see. Brian Landreth wants to know, speaking of Ohio, has anyone talked to Robert Baker? Is he okay? Does anyone know? If anyone does, post it in the chat. I'm curious too. We hope he's okay. We hope everyone's okay, man. We love our viewers. It's really, really a nightmare. Like, you know, I live in Los Angeles, and, you know, earthquakes, wildfires, mudslides, all that shit's around. I can only imagine, God forbid, losing, like, you know, my house to like some natural disaster and like losing like half my gear or all my shit. I mean, you know, I got my stuff between 4 locations, but it's like, you know, it's just like crazy.
Yeah. What's going on? Tornadoes?
Tornadoes in Ohio and Indiana. Yeah, that's Avery's guitar stuff. Yeah, the big controversy in Back to the Future was the ES-345 is from 1958. That's when they made it, and the scene took place in 1955. So you know, guitar geeks like us kind of catch stuff like that. You know, it'll ruin the movie for us. We'll just look at it and say, "Oh, geez, look, you know, it's the guitar is there 3 years before it was actually made." Let's see. BenCoombs says Baker uploaded a video today. I don't think he schedules them, so hopefully he's okay. Yeah, Anthony brings up the Northridge earthquake. I wasn't living in LA at that time. You know, I'm between New York and Los Angeles, and back then I was in New York, and I heard all about it. I saw highways collapsed on top of each other, just crazy stuff.
Yeah, I remember that too. I mean, I was up here, but it was all over the news. Did you see the blue Rand? Timothy Pierce. He tagged me in a picture of
Let's see it. I love seeing old Rands.
Of his blue Rand. Okay. So how do I do this?
Check more on Tuesday, buddy.
Present. There we go. Presenting. Okay, here's some pictures. It's Timothy Pierce. His blue Rand.
Oh, that's nice. His former one, he got rid of it.
Oh.
Right?
I don't know. He just tagged me in some pictures on Facebook.
Tim, didn't you say you got rid of that Rand? That's beautiful. You see how they did the pattern though? It's like blue and black.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the tip is yeah.
And look on the body. Focus in on the body again.
There. Hi. Okay.
What are people pouring?
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, everybody. Hello.
Open house. Hi. Hi. There you go. See, it's blue and black two-tone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's the thing about those. And see, this is a production one. Look at the neck on it and the cutaways. You have those inlays on there, those triangle inlays.
Man, I'm really trying to. Here's the back of it.
Yeah,
oh, you can really see the colors on the back picture here.
Tim said he had to sell it during tough times. Sorry, brother. Sorry, man. We've all been through it. Man, that's beautiful. I mean, Tim, no, that's ugly, man. You're glad you got rid of it. No, that really is pretty. The Rands are really great. They really are. Only the prototypes were neck through, like the two Vivians there. Those are neck through. After that, they did a deep set neck, and they play phenomenal, man. I mean, they're real boutique guitars, handmade, really, really well done. Nice. If you get a chance to get one, man, they're not cheap, but they're really, really great. Tim says he had to pay the house payment. That's why he sold it. Tim, here's a bit of advice. You can make a shelter out of guitar cases. I do it. Trust me. You can live on the street with guitar cases as a shelter. You don't need a house payment. You need gear, brother. You need gear.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, it had purple in it as well. Now it's in Spain, he says. Yeah, Krellbar says it's better than a cardboard box, right? Just think when you were a little kid. You moved all the furniture, you put up a sheet over it, and you had a little clubhouse in the living room, right? Do the same with guitar cases. You'll never pay a house payment again. Trust me.
I do the same thing when I'm recording.
Yeah, Johnny sleeps in the chicken coop. We need gear, man. You need more guitars.
Yeah, man. I've done recording sessions where I've taken the couch, not this one, but an older one, and I've had it up on its side, like all the way up, and then you cover it with blankets, and you put your microphone in there, and you track vocals that way.
Like a casting couch.
Mm-hmm.
Krellbar says stack up some frozen veggies and blow a fan in front of it, and you have air conditioning. This is how you improvise, guys.
Yep. Thumbs up. Leave a thumbs up, everybody.
And please subscribe. Let's see. Anthony says, my Marshall Super Lead Plexi 1968 sold in Reno. Now Akira from Loudness bought it and took it back to Japan. Am I the only one that loves Loudness? I literally have so many Loudness albums before they broke in the States.
Mm-hmm.
I have all these import Loudness albums, and they're in Japanese. Like, I totally can't understand the lyrics, but the music is so freaking cool. You know?
Mm-hmm. Is the singing in Japanese too?
Yeah, no, the vocals are in Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
So they're totally singing. They have like a bajillion albums out there. I mean, we all know Rock and Roll Crazy Night. You are the hero tonight. We all know that one. But they did so many, and Akira is a monster player. So I mean, if you guys get a chance to get any of those Japanese imports, I highly recommend it because they are terrific in their early days. And I mean, they just kept going with, I think they switched to vocalist at one point or 2 points, but Akira is just terrific. And even if you don't understand the lyrics, just pretend it's death metal. Because I know you don't understand, you know, this is a song called Love Me, Love Me. Oh, I know you don't understand those lyrics, but you still dig the music. So if you can listen to that, you can listen to old Loudness in Japanese and still enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, it's all a really cool sound.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Tube Supio says, I had a double live Loudness all in Japanese. I got that one, man. I got all of them. And Krellbar says they finally got an American singer, Mike Viscera. They did that, what, in the Soldier of Fortune album, I think? Was that where they switched to the American guy? And Anthony says Akira's playing Friedman amps now. Yeah, no, they're a great band, man. They really are. And you know what's funny? I've talked about this before. You know, out here, thank you, Krellbar. Out here, you know, great rock bands of the 80s, you know, they have a hard time filling clubs. They, you know, it's sad because, you know, that's my shtick. They have a hard time filling clubs. They're mostly, for the most part, you're not going to see them filling arenas like they did in the 80s. You know, you'll get a bunch of them together for a festival or a metal cruise. But in Japan, they're still into that metal scene. There's sections of Japan that have blocks of multi-story guitar stores because for them, they're still so into all the hair bands. And, you know, this is why when Dokken reunited with Lynch for 6 shows like a year ago, it was all in Japan. Because in Japan, they'll still pay and fill arenas to see Dokken with George Lynch. Out here, you know, you'll go see Lynch Mob at a club. They're great. Love George. But in Japan, I'm telling you, man, that scene is still awesome. Let's see. Krellbar says, Roundness has problem fearing crubs.
Oh, come on. That's horrible.
Shauna Marie, we love you too. And thank you for the nice words about the guitars. We love all you guys in the chat. Just once again, I got to say, we really appreciate you guys sticking with us. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for listening. We really love you guys. So,
yes. Yes, we love all of you.
Johnny loves you more when you buy a mug or a fleshlight at his website. But hey, I got no skin in this game, man. I love you guys. Joe Hervey 84 says, John, any movies you doing? Unfortunately, I was supposed to be in a horror movie whose budget kind of fell through. And that's not saying that it won't get made eventually, because I know they're revising the script and redoing some stuff. But that's a possibility on the horizon. But, you know, I audition for stuff here and there. I get offered stuff here and there. But nothing at the moment, definitely. But thank you for asking. If anyone out there wants to give me work, happy to audition for whatever you got. Let's see. We love you too, Timothy Pierce. Let's see. The new George Lynch Green Kamikaze looks badass. Yeah, Romeo Delight. They reissued, for those of you that are big ESP fans, they reissued the Kamikaze 4, which is that neon green, neon yellow, neon pink Kamikaze George used like in the early 90 period with sawtooth headstock. They just over at ESP reissued it. It's pretty good. I love those. I mean, I have 2 of them with the banana head stocks, which were custom orders, but the standard one with the sawtooth that George used. Check out the reissue if you guys are in a guitar store. They're pretty cool. ESP makes great stuff these days. They're one of the few guitar companies I think new that really, really has their shit together. You know, I mean, I'll say Jackson Charbel's Custom Shop, awesome. ESP, their stuff new, still awesome. Some people really do, keep up that quality. Let's see. Taylor Petrie says I should do a movie with Adam Green. Dude, I'll do a movie with Lassie if you cast me. You don't understand. Here's the thing about me. I will do the greatest work as a featured extra in a major motion picture, and I will be the lead in a B movie and do a great job. I'll take any work. It's like really rare that I'll turn down a role, be it acting or voiceover. It's really rare that I turn down work because I usually just look and anything I get offered, man, I'll usually, with very few exceptions, I'll usually take it. I love working. I just love working. Let's see. A64 T-Bird spelled my name wrong, but that's okay. I love you anyway, dude. How do you store your guitars? Do you keep them at full tension? What's the maintenance like? Where and how do you have them? I'm going to draw you a map so you can rob my house. No, I personally have my guitar in 4 different locations. 4 different houses I frequent, so they're pretty well spread out. I do keep them at full tension. I keep them all in their cases in climate-controlled houses, with the exception of what I'm playing that day that I will have on my couch. So I have, in my living room, I have 4 guitar stands near my couch. And then on my couch, I'll usually have probably about 3 or 4 guitars just hanging out on a big wraparound couch. So this way I always have something to reach over and play. And then when I want to switch it out, because you kind of gotta, when you have a lot of guitars as I do, you gotta give love to everybody. So I'll switch it back in the case after wiping it down, dusting it off. And every time I play something, I make sure the wood is still oiled, that it's in tune. I make sure that, again, if it needs something, I may set it aside because I go to my luthier like all the time, depending if I'm in New York or LA. So I will set guitars aside. Like 2 weeks ago, I showed that that guitar from Mark Ferrari of Keel, the camouflage guitar.
Yep.
I remember the neck had shifted so that the string is a little off the board. So that right now is at the luthier, getting worked on. So anytime I pick up a guitar to play, I'm playing it, I'm giving it a little love, but I'm also making sure that everything's okay in Maintenanceville, you know? And by keeping them in the cases in a climate control, you have less neck changing, you have less dead strings. You know, a lot of guys hang them up on wall hangers and the string's deaden right away, the wood dries, dust gets all around the pickups. This is why I keep guitars in cases when they're not being played. You know, 3 to 7 guitars, 3 to 8 guitars out, ready to be played, and all the rest in cases safely. Climate control is your friend, and that's what I do. And keep in mind, a lot of them are in Los Angeles, so earthquake zones. If there's an earthquake and your shit's on the wall, you're going to be hearing headstock snapping like crackers. So in their cases, they may do a little dance on the floor, but they're not going anywhere for damage. So, word of advice. Let's see. I'm just going back to the chat. How do you keep yours, Johnny? You have a guitar rack there, I see.
Yeah, that's a armoire or whatever, and it has a stand in it with a bunch of guitars. It's pretty cool. But other than that, I keep them in cases.
It's just better for them. Crowbar says, clean the relish off the Pat's dog's guitar. I was just playing that the other day, actually.
The Pat's dog?
The Pat's dog's Iceman.
Speaking of Pat's dogs, I went up to Walnut Creek last week, and for my lunch or breakfast or dinner, I think it was all 3. I only ate once that day. I got a Philly cheesesteak. There's this place called the Cheesesteak Shop. It's a chain out here in the Bay Area. There's one in Berkeley. There's one in San Ramon, California, which is where I was. And anyway, I'm sitting there eating, and on the walls, they've all these old timey pictures of all these different cheesesteak places, you know, from like the 60s, 70s.
In
And
Philly.
huh? In
One
Philly.
in Philly?
In Philly.
Yeah.
And a lot of the restaurants, they all said Pat's.
Well,
Like
Pat's right now is a very well-known cheesesteak chain in Philly, and that is the same owner that owned Pat's Chili Dogs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of the signs on the buildings said either Pat's Steaks or Pat's Cheesesteaks.
Yeah, when I lived in New York City, Ray's was a very famous pizza place in Greenwich Village, in the West Village, on 6th Avenue and 12th. And
Mhm.
you know, it was called Famous Ray's Pizza. And this place was really amazing pizza. And speaking as a native New Yorker, you know, every pizza in New York is delicious because the water, but this place was outstanding. And I lived right across the street from it. And I would go in for a slice all the time. And you had like literally the royals coming over from London and shipping back pizzas from this place. You had celebrities coming in all the time, just casually walking in and getting pizza from this place. And it became so well known that within a couple of years, you know, success breeds copying. There was, I think, at last count, it was like 122 pizza places in New York named Ray's. So it was Ray's Famous, Famous Ray's, Super Ray's, Ray's Discount, Ray's Ultra Pizza, Pizza of Ray. I mean, every configuration of the name Ray's you could come up with for pizza. And I guess in Philly, it's probably like that with Pat's too.
Uh-huh.
You know, you probably have a lot of copycats of the originals that are still there because, you know, they're damn good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and this cheesesteak that I had last week, it's amazing. I've been going to this place for 20-something years. And I had the last time I had one was like years ago.
I love a good cheesesteak. I'm a total foodie.
Mm-hmm. There's actually a video on the channel here from like years ago of me going and picking up a cheesesteak and showing it off on the camera. Like, this is amazing. You know, like a vlog, a dinner vlog or whatever. I'll put it right there on playback. Right there. There'll be a video of me with the cheesesteak.
At one point, that, you know, the New York Yankees, the baseball team, they had when they got the Yes Network, they were looking for content to play during like baseball games that got, you know, rained out temporarily. So like if a ball game was like on pause, they're like, all right, we're gonna see if the rain clears. You know, they wanted some sort of content to play in the meantime while you're waiting a half hour for the game to restart. So they had myself and another guy at the time who did stand up, Steve Lazarus, as hosts for a show called Tailgating, you know, with an apostrophe N. And it was basically the two of us going through the parking lots of like Yankee Stadium or other sporting events wearing Yankee gear and, you know, doing like comedy bits and stuff. And part of it was like a food segment because when you're tailgating, everyone's, you know, cooking. So they'd say, all right, you know, go to NASCAR and, you know, see what food is in the parking lot. And dude, you'd be shocked at like all these home recipes and the intricate things people will bring to tailgate. People were bringing like cars that had like transformed their tailgates into barbecues and all these homemade recipes for like beer sausages. And, you know, some guys, you know, had like homemade moonshine that we were trying and, you know, like, you know, whatever, like crazy amounts of proof liquor and, you know, sandwiches and stuff and special recipes. And, you know, so we had like a food segment on that show. It was really wild. And, I think they didn't wind up. They were supposed to make them into like full episodes, and instead they got like snippets, like 3-minute bit parts thrown in almost like commercials of like comedy to keep the viewer's attention while the Yankee game was rained out. But we used to do a little food segment there. Let's see. Tube Supio asks, what guitars are on your couch right now? That's an interesting question. Let's see. Right now I have a Hollow Crackle Kramer Beretta. I have a Green Burst BC Rich Bitch 10. I have a Rainbow Crackle BC Rich ST3 and one other. I had an Ironbird on there yesterday, but I put it away. There's another one I have up there. Oh, I have a Charvel, a San Dimas Charvel blue flat top Strat. So that's what I have on my couch right now. And it changes constantly. It depends what I want to play that day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for me, it really depends on like if I'm recording, like what guitars I'm using. You know.
Because you do recording.
Mm-hmm.
And I just noodle.
And yeah, sometimes it just depends, you know, like today's Tuesday, so I got the Telecaster sitting there.
Jay just chimed in. Pat's dogs!
Oh, I'm so hungry.
Jay, we love you, man. We hate when you sign out.
Yeah, we love you, Jay.
Pat's Chili Dogs. Look who just walked in. My girlfriend just brought Ozzy. Ozzy, say hi. Come here. You want to go on the air? Come here, buddy. Come here, bud. Oh, there's my buddy. There he is. Oh. Say hi. There he is. Oh, he's got a little wheeze. This is our doggy Ozzy. One of our two dogs.
Mm-hmm. King Charles?
King Charles Cavalier. He's got a little wheeze right now. Mwah. Hi, buddy. Say hi to everyone. Hi. Look at the tool on this dog. No, he's hung like a bear. I wish I was hung like that. Let's see. Chicago pizza also. Yeah, you know, Jay brings up a really good point. Chicago is the other pizza. Chicago doesn't have the New York water, but they have their own recipe with deep dish pizza that is absolutely amazing. And it's like usually like a cornmeal crust and, you know, a lot of meat on it. And it's not thin style, foldable New York. Let's grab a slice in Brooklyn pizza. But man, is it freaking good.
Mm-hmm.
Stan Adams, thank you, brother. I should do music comedy. I love doing song parodies. Give me a recording studio and I'll spend all night there playing with it. I love doing song parodies. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. Just a few questions in the chat. Hi, buddy. We talking food, Michael Smith says. Yeah, we are, man. New York pizza. I'm a pizza snob. You know, my day job out here at the auction house, they always bring up to me, they're like, you know, man, Kuda, you're a pizza snob, you're a bagel snob. You know why? Because I'm from New York. And when you grow up in New York with the water, you learn good pizza, good bagels, anything boiled like a bagel or corned beef, the way the fibers break down, or hot dogs in dirty water, all that stuff. It's because of the water. Out here in Los Angeles, we have chlorinated, purified water. It's a whole different animal. You know, I mean, we have great sushi, we have great Mexican food here, but bagels, pizza, no dice, man. And the only good pizza I like is in Larchmont, where for you locals, where the guy is from Brooklyn that owns the store, and he flies in a bit of New York water to make the dough. So that's why that tastes really good. Let's see.
That's awesome.
Ozzy, say hi to Howie.
Hey, Ozzy. Yeah, there's Howie.
There's Howie. There's Ozzy. We're having a little dog party on there. Michael Smith says, Ozzy. Shauna says, Ozzy. Michael Smith says, dogs rule. Everybody loves Ozzy. Good night, BenCoombs.
See you, Ben.
Yeah.
Roma Delight 90. Anybody have an opinion on the MXR carbon copy delay?
I haven't played that one. Have you?
Yeah. I got one. Actually, about 10 years ago, my drummer got one. And he's like, Johnny, you got to try this. And then I got one. So that was my main pedal for like 10 years. And then I got the Nesdal gave me the Echoplex Dunlop, which is now my main delay. But the carbon copy it's awesome.
I don't use a lot of pedals. I mean, Johnny does recordings, so he's got pedals out the wazoo. I got a couple. I have a couple of old Boss pedals. I have a couple of 80s pedals I kept. But I don't use a lot of effects outside of a combo amp,
Mm-hmm.
And I usually like a hot pickup, like an X2N or a DiMarzio Super Distortion or a Duncan JB. So, and again, on an amp, I have some chorus, I have some delay, and I have it set that way. Right, buddy? But let's see. I like this thing. Stan Adams just asked, how do I keep up with guitar maintenance? We just did that segment. How do I keep it up? Basically, in a nutshell, every time I play something, I just kind of check it out. If it needs oiling, if it needs strings, something like that. The idea is to really rotate it, because I have a lot of guitars, so you have to rotate them. So you keep rotating what you're playing, and you'll go through. Sometimes I'll just open up a case or two and say, I haven't played this in a while. Let me check it out. So let's see. Remy the BenCoombs, thanks, Ben. How is your? It is the New York water, man. Thank you, Michael Smith.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what they say.
Krellbar says you can duplicate New York water. Just dump in your water, throw some garbage in, you'll get the New York crust. But you know what? He's right. The New York water, the thing about it is the impurities. It is all the impurities in the water that makes New York water taste so good and have the chemical properties it does. I try to explain it to people. They're like, what difference does the water make? And I say, you make 2 cakes. Make one with whole milk, make one with skim milk. Tell me how they taste different. And you will see that's basically the difference between New York water and other water. Let's see. I'm just going through the chat. Okay. Guys, it is 8:03. Johnny, have we done enough show?
I think we're good.
Did you guys in the chat get your money's worth? We love you.
Mm-hmm. We love all of you.
Please leave a thumbs up, subscribe. I'll be back next Tuesday for Tech More on Tuesday with Johnny and Dave and Jay. Hope you guys had a good time tonight.
Oh, look at Ozzy.
Johnny, we good? R2